Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and here I am in person, face to camera, which is, I know it's highly unusual, but I thought I'd come on and do a little bit of a check-in really. So first of all, I'd love to thank Benny at the Fool's Apprentice, Benny Perez, because he recently did a video featuring channels that have a low number of subscribers, and yeah, he featured me and I was chuffed. I didn't really think about the subscribers as such because that's not really why I started the channel. It's for me. This channel is so selfishly for me. Why? Because I have so many decks and there are so many great decks coming out as well, and I can't resist half of them. And I know I've got to rein it in. I have to rein it in. I've been at this game for what, 35 years, something like that, so you can imagine the number of decks I've actually got. It's huge. So the sort of reason for having my channel is to highlight these decks, go through these decks, see if I actually do want to spend time with these decks, because a lot of them take a lot of time. They are study decks. I do a lot of, you might have noticed, I do quite a bit of studying. It's my thing. I've always loved studying. In fact, I am a qualified tutor for adult education, so studying's always, oh my god, look, that's just one bookcase, okay? You know, books are my other obsession, always happening. I've been collecting books longer than I've been collecting tarot decks. Books are my thing. I'm always reading. I'm quite known for it. There's that one in the coffee shop reading a book yet again. Wherever I am, there's a book in my hand. But I love it, and that's how I got into tarot actually in the first place. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to explain any of my sort of background on this video really, because I've been asked to do that on other people's videos, so I'm not going to spoil those videos. I'm going to prep properly, Benny, to answer some questions that other people have got for me. And I am aware that I've been tagged and not responded. I'm so sorry, Giselle. Giselle at Mad Witch Tarot has actually tagged me in one of the videos and I just haven't had time to respond. I will. I'm going to prep for that one as well. Here's a problem, okay? There's a pen in my hand. Here's a problem. My memory. It's my memory. Okay, so I'm going to have to write things down. I'm going to have to search back in my memory banks to when I started tarot, how I got into tarot, all that sort of thing, first decks. I don't know. It's so long ago. I don't know. So I've got a few. I didn't take records, let's put it that way. There's no written record really. I have got a few things I can sort of maybe use to prompt my memory, but I'm going to be honest here, my memory is not reliable. I can't, I'm sorry. I've been doing this so long. Anyway, I'll stop giggling like a teenager. Yeah, so thank you, Benny. Thank you, Giselle. What else do I want to say? Yeah, about my channel. So this is basically what this video is about. It's sort of explaining the ethos behind my channel. I began this channel for my own purposes. It's selfish, I know, but it's to look, well, to hold myself accountable. And that's just me. There's nobody else holding me accountable, no one. And I needed something to actually encourage me to keep on track. Now, I am Sagittarian. I am the Knight of Wands, astrologically speaking, and yeah, I do identify. I do start, I start things with so much passion, enthusiasm. I'm like, yay, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then I get part way through, and when we get down to the nitty gritty details, it's like, I think I just need to wash up. Terrible. So by having this channel, it's like, oh, I need to do a video on this. I need to do the next step of this for my video. And so I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. So case in point, this year with the Fae, I have held myself accountable to do this Fae study. Last year I did the Deacon Walk. Actually, it's longer than last year. I started it in November. I did it November to November. So I finished it last November. So yeah, quite some time ago. And I did a whole year, and I did a video for every deacon. And I was so proud of myself for doing that, because that's out of my comfort zone. You know, I get distracted very, very easily. I think I have got, I've never been diagnosed, but I do think I have got a little bit of ADHD. And yeah, I'm trying to train myself, I suppose, but that's all part of it anyway. Also, it means that I can revisit videos. I'm sorry, next door's dog has decided that they want to be heard, so maybe you can hear them. Beautiful dog. See, going off on a tangent. But yeah, I'm part of like a book club study with Dustin on Modern Metaphysicae, and we're going through which is here actually, Milo Duquette's book now. I'm studying the Thoth again. So like I said, I've already done the Deacon Walk. And if you look at those videos, or when I look back at those videos, I can see what decks I used, what I gleaned from my practice, and I can use that again as a stepping off point for revisiting this. Now, I didn't actually read the book, as in read the book cover to cover. I listened to Lon on his, I think it's his Facebook page, reading the book, and it was brilliant. He's just such a beautiful, kindly gentleman energy. I just loved listening to him. So when I took Kai, my dog, out for a walk each day, then the headphones would be on and I'd be listening to Lon. Part of my tarot practice, that was. And I really enjoyed it, along with the other podcast that I was listening to, which was the Fortune's Wheelhouse, which is Susan T. Chang and M.M. Moline. And yes, I have ordered the Kickstarter for M.M. Moline's new Telos 777 deck. So yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit obsessed with these deacons, I think. Although I'm not obsessed with astrology per se, but just the way that the minor arcana cards fit in with the majors, I just think that's just gave me a whole more depth of meaning behind the minor cards, and I loved that. That was brilliant. So I don't know if I've got much more to say, really. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be what I meant to do, which was do the wrap up for my Fae deck study for June with actually the box is here. This deck here. Oh, I love this deck. This has been such an amazing deck, but I will go into that in the video that I do when I wrap up. So I've done quite a few spreads with that deck. I've been doing daily draws with that deck and using it also with oracle decks, 3 other oracle decks. And I just put up the moon deck one, and I've still got the spirit one to put up as well. There's some amazing decks out there, beautiful decks. So for that Thoth Tarot revisit, I bought this deck, and I bought this deck, the Dazil Tarot. This is beautiful. Now, I did do a walkthrough of this deck, and I had someone comment that it was an ugly deck, which I don't agree with. Actually, I think it's an absolutely stunningly beautiful deck, and I have introduced it to those on the Discord chat channel. Oh, dusting, I can never get this out of the box. But they all agree with me, actually. That is a beautiful deck. So it's the point that I'm making here is that every deck isn't for everybody, and in doing deck walkthroughs that I do, I think it's really useful to help people decide if decks are ones that they want or don't want. You know, I've done it myself. I've looked at other people's walkthroughs of decks, and I've been, you know, I thought, oh, I quite like that deck. Let's find a walkthrough. So I've been and looked at walkthroughs of decks and thought, actually, no. But I'll just show you a few images from this one. Yeah, so I think deck walkthroughs are valid, and I will continue doing them because for me it shows me my first impressions of a deck straight out of the unwrapping, you know, so they're genuine first impressions, and then after working with them for a while I can actually revisit that video and see if I've changed my mind, see how it's worked for me or not worked for me. So I think it's a valid thing to do. How can anybody say this deck is ugly? But yeah, I mean, horses for courses. It's not, everything isn't, you know, everybody's cup of tea, is it? It's subjective. Is that the word? Or objective? Subjective. Oops. But I think it's beautiful. I think the Liberty is one of my favourite Thoth decks as well. It's just such a shame there's no guidebook as such. There's a little white book, but it tells you nothing, and that's such a deep deck. So yeah, that's, I'm going to continue with my Thoth studies, continue with my Fae deck, one a month. Those are my plans, really. I'm still into my Greek mythology. I keep reading fiction books, fantasy books on the Greek myth, because it's all myth anyway, isn't it? So the latest one I read was Hera by Jennifer Saint. I've got another one that I'm about to read, which is called Herc, which I think is really is supposed to be quite a parody actually of Hercules. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. And that's where I am really at the moment. So I thought I'd do this little catch up and spend a few minutes with you on a Sunday afternoon when I should be doing something else. Please forgive me. But yeah, that's my Knight of Wands. She right there. I'm going to get on with something I should be doing. Okay, thank you so much for being here and so much for watching, and until my next video, bye friends.